Okay, now this is going to blow you away. Just bear with me because it gets weirder, alright? So this is a QRP signal, 5 watts from an IC705 on a vertical wire antenna. So yeah, nothing strange there, okay? Pretty noisy conditions, but yeah, as you can see, it's getting through there nicely into VK5, okay? A little bit of up and down, but yeah, it's doing a nice job into VK5. 5 watt QRP, okay? Now bear with me. And there's the transmitting radio, nearly out of battery, so I better hurry up. SWR, not showing a peep, so nice 1-to-1 on the SWR. And my source is my I'm going into my LNG wave signal source, so you know it's being adapted over to a longitudinal magneto-dielectric wave, okay? But what's the really interesting thing is my transmission line. This is absolute cheap shit electric fence tape with high ohmic resistance, okay? And you can see that, well, it's not radiating, but you watch this, right? Okay? So yeah, because the changing electric fields, of course the electric field lines are directing to the ground, and this is not a TEM wave system. So it's you know, it's not losing anything, right? But it's balancing itself against the ground, so it's like an unbalanced parallel line, okay? Now, this is where it's exciting. So, the line starts to lift off the ground, we start to get a little bit excited, as you can see, and then what we have is the wire then going straight up a tree, and up the top there I have a reel. So it's actually a whole reel of electric fence tape that I've pulled up the tree. So certainly no measuring out 40 meter, quarter wave, half waves or anything like that. Now, how hot is she? Right, I'll just jump around the other side and yeah, she's doing very, very nicely indeed. Now, what's interesting of course is this is not the hottest spot for the E-fields. The E-fields will be hottest at the end, okay? So, but as you can tell, even in noisy conditions, it's getting out really well, all the way out there to VK5, okay? Conditions are really, there's lots of static crashes now. But there you go. Now, I'll just jump back to camera. So, of course, although it's an LMD wave, the fact that now it has a certain path to go, as it traverses along this wire, it does then create the alternating rotating magnetic fields around the wire, which give the resultant effect of a TEM wave. So it's the best of both worlds there. I've got the effect of a TEM wave antenna. I've got the cost saving, that suits me because I'm Scottish, of cheap shit electric fence tape as a transmission line. And out of lazy-itis, no need to measure tuned lengths or anything. That's old hat. So, how about that? It started raining. It was actually a bit hotter before it started raining. I think the rain might have attenuated a bit. Let's see. Yeah, I was getting it to light before without touching it. But, yeah, there you go. So, beautiful. She's doing very nicely. And of course, as the cable gets closer to the ground, it's dropping off. And then we touch the ground. And like I said, this is, you know, got a lot of resistance, but as you can see, it's not causing me a problem for resistance. And also, if it was a TEM wave, we'd have a lot of losses that way too, with the inverse square law. But none of that is taking place here. So the high resistance of the wire doesn't matter at all. It doesn't have to be a tubular waveguide in this case. It doesn't need to be coax or a balanced feeder. absolutely fantastic. And the source, of course, she's hot. Okay, well, that's not the source. That's the source of the LMD wave, and this is the source of the TEM wave that's being converted. So, how do you like them apples? Let's get back to the SDR. Yep, oh, conditions are taking a dive. But that's 5 watts, QRP, rough and tumble, noisy conditions across HF, into VK5, across the board. I'm kicking goals, and this is absolutely phenomenal. 7-3, and thanks for watching.